वेलकम टू सहायक एजुकेशन। सहायक एजुकेशन में आपका स्वागत है। 10th क्लास की मैथ्स की सीरीज के अंदर आज हम बात करेंगे स्टैटिस्टिक्स के बारे में, विच इज द 13 चैप्टर ऑफ एनसीईआरटी। कुछ बच्चों को ये चैप्टर बहुत ही बोरिंग लगता है। ओके, बाकी सब चैप्टर में फिर भी कुछ इंटरेस्ट लगता है, इस चैप्टर के अंदर उनको टेबल बनाना बड़ा बोरिंग सा लगता है। लेकिन आज जब हम बात करेंगे आपको पता चलेगा इतना इजी चैप्टर आपको नहीं मिलेगा। फ्री फंड के मार्क्स मिलने वाले हैं आप। तो प्लीज इस वीडियो को शुरू से आखिर तक देखिएगा और यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि कितना इजी चैप्टर है ये। ओके, एक और दो चीज आपको समझनी पड़ेंगी। अब वो समझ गए तो आपका पूरे पूरे मार्क्स पक्के। तो बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द चैप्टर। ओके, so this is the 13th chapter of class 10 and it contains somewhere around 7 to 8 marks। 7 से 8 मार्क्स फ्री फंड के मिल सकते हैं आपको बड़े आराम से। ओके, अगर आप छोटा सा चैप्टर है, याद करने के लिए भी इसमें कुछ नहीं है। तो इस चैप्टर के लिए सबसे पहले कुछ टर्म्स को समझना पड़ेगा। तो पहली टर्म आती है मीन। मीन को हम पहले भी पढ़ चुके हैं, हम इसको बोलते हैं एवरेज। क्या बोलते हैं? एवरेज। और एवरेज का मतलब क्या होता है? एवरेज का मतलब है कि अगर हम सबको इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दें तो, अगर हम सबको इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दें तो व्हाट इज दैट वैल्यू। जैसे भाई आपके पास 50 चॉकलेट्स हैं। कितनी चॉकलेट्स हैं? 50 चॉकलेट्स। ओके, 50 चॉकलेट्स हैं और 50 चॉकलेट्स को आपको 25 लोगों में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है। तो आप क्या करेंगे? आप 50 डिवाइडेड बाय 25, तो आप दो करेंगे। तो बेसिकली आप एवरेज हर जने को दो चॉकलेट मिलेंगी, मतलब हर जने को दो चॉकलेट मिलेंगी। ओके, इसका दिस इज द एवरेज। ओके, नाउ अगर कई सारे नंबर्स हैं, कई सारे नंबर्स मतलब जैसे एक बच्चा है उसके पास 5 चॉकलेट हैं, एक बच्चे के पास 6 चॉकलेट है, एक के पास 7 चॉकलेट है, एक के पास 8 चॉकलेट है, एक के पास 9 चॉकलेट है और एक के पास 10 चॉकलेट है। ठीक है, अब ये सारे बच्चे हैं और ये सारे चाहते हैं कि हम इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लें, हम इक्वल ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लें। तो इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए क्या करेंगे? पहले वो सारी चॉकलेट्स को एक साथ मिला देंगे। तो इन सबको सबको एक साथ मिला दिए, सब चॉकलेट्स को। अब टोटल कितने बच्चे हैं? 6 बच्चे हैं। अब 6 बच्चे हैं तो इन सबको टोटल मिलाया, जब टोटल मिलाया तो कितना आया? 5 + 6 11, 11 + 7 18, 18 + 8 26, 26 36, 36 + 9 45। तो टोटल आ गए 45 चॉकलेट्स। ओके, और 45 चॉकलेट्स को उन्होंने 6 से डिवाइड कर दिया। ओके, तो 45 डिवाइडेड बाय 6, तो कितना आया ये? तो 6, 7.5। 7.5 चॉकलेट्स मतलब हर जने को 7.5 चॉकलेट्स मिलना चाहिए। ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड द एवरेज। मतलब हर जने में बराबर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाए, उसको हम एवरेज बोलते हैं। ओके, सो कमिंग टू मीडियन। मीडियन क्या होता है? मीडियन का मतलब है कि मान लो अगर हमने नंबर लिखे, मान लो हमने नंबर लिखे से 7 8 6 2 5 9। ओके, तो इन सब में बीच का नंबर कौन सा है? भाई ऐसे देख के तो बीच का नंबर पता नहीं चलता है। हमें पता करना है बीच का नंबर कौन सा है। तो बीच का नंबर पता करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? हम सबको पहले लाइन से लगा देते हैं। तो लाइन से लगाएंगे तो क्या होगा? सबसे छोटा नंबर पहले आया 2, फिर आया उसके बाद 5, उसके बाद आया 6, उसके बाद आया 7, देन 8 एंड देन 9। तो ये 6 नंबर आ गए। अब इन्हें बीच का नंबर कौन सा है? भाई बीच में तो ये दो नंबर आ गए। बीच में तो दो नंबर आ गए। अब बीच में दो नंबर आ गए तो हम क्या करेंगे? इन दोनों का एवरेज ले लेंगे। इसका मतलब 6 + 7 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 कर लेंगे, तो आंसर आ जाएगा 6.5। मतलब इनका जो मीडियन है इस सारे नंबर्स का, दैट इज 6.5। इसका क्या मतलब होता है इस मीडियन का? इस मीडियन का मतलब ये है कि 6.5 से आधे नंबर, दैट मींस 50% ऑफ द नंबर्स नीचे हैं और 50% ऑफ द नंबर्स इसके ऊपर है। अगर क्लास के अंदर हम जब मार्क्स देखते हैं तो हम देखते हैं भाई किसके कितने परसेंटेज आए। लेकिन मीडियन एक ऐसा एक फॉर्मेट होता है जिससे आप बता सकते हैं कि ओके, इफ आई से मीडियन इज 60, तो 60 मार्क्स। तो इसका मतलब ये है कि 50% बच्चों के मार्क्स 60% से कम आए हैं और 50% बच्चों के मार्क्स 60% से ज्यादा आए हैं। ओके, बात करते हैं मोड की। ओके, मोड क्या होता है? जिसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी सबसे ज्यादा होती है। फ्रीक्वेंसी मतलब कि मैक्सिमम अकरिंग वैल्यू। मैक्सिमम अकरिंग वैल्यू। मान लीजिए क्लास के अंदर बच्चों के मार्क्स आए हैं। ओके, 10 मार्क्स का पेपर था। दो बच्चों के 1 1 मार्क आए हैं, तीन बच्चों के दो दो 2 मार्क आए हैं। ओके, कुछ बच्चों के 3 मार्क्स आए हैं, कुछ बच्चों के 4 मार्क्स आए हैं, कुछ बच्चों के 5 मार्क्स आए हैं, कुछ बच्चों के 6 मार्क्स आए हैं, कुछ बच्चों के 7 और कुछ बच्चों के 8 मार्क्स आए हैं। और दैट्स इट, इतने ही बच्चे थे हमारे पास टोटल। तो हमें पता करना है कि भाई किस कौन से मार्क्स सबसे ज्यादा बार आया हुआ है, मतलब किसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी सबसे ज्यादा है। तो आप देखेंगे ये तो 2 बार आया है, ये 3 बार आए हैं, ये 2 बार आया है, ये एक, दिस इज 2 टाइम्स, दिस इज 4 टाइम्स, दिस इज 2 टाइम्स एंड दिस इज 3 टाइम्स। सबसे ज्यादा कौन सा है? 4। So that means the mode is 6. The mode is 6 because it is occurring maximum number of times. The mode of this entire sequence is 6 because it is occurring 4 number of times, maximum number of times. Okay, now we understood frequency as such. Frequency is how many times the same number is occurring. How many times the same number or the same sequence, same number is occurring. So that's called the frequency. ओके, तो समझते हैं मीन ऑफ डेटा एक्चुअली में होता कैसे है, कैसे हम कंप्यूट करते हैं। सिर्फ मान लीजिए देयर आर सम 10 नंबर्स, से से 2 3 2 4 3 5 6 7 2 4, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, the 10 numbers you have taken. Now, so to compute it, we have to add all the numbers. For adding all the numbers, what we are going to do? First, we'll arrange them. Okay, we'll arrange them as 2. We'll write it. 2. One more time, 2. So 2 is coming 3 times. Then we have 3. That's it. Okay, then we have 4. Okay, though we don't have to arrange, I'm just showing you. We don't have to arrange that. 5, 6, and 7. So 3, 5, 4, 5, and 5. These are 10 numbers. Now 2 is occurring 3 times. Okay, when we call about 2, okay, this value is called x1. This is the value x1. And f is the frequency of it. How many times it is occurring? 3. So 3 is the frequency of it. So I'll just say the average of these numbers is, I'll say x bar. When we talk about average, we call it a x bar. That is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus this thing. So 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. This is, and we'll divide it by 10, isn't it? So instead of writing like it is a big number, what we're going to do? We're going to write. So for writing it, we'll say it is occurring 3 times. So let's say 3 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4 plus 1 times 5 plus 1 times 6 plus 1 times 7 divided by 10. Okay. And when we add it, okay, when we add it, the addition is called sigma. Addition is called sigma, which is denoted here. Sigma. So you're saying every x value, what is x value? This 2 is x value, this 3 x value. X value means what is the number which is there. 4 is x value, 5 is x value, 6 is x value, and 7 is x value. Okay. So this is x. And what is 3? This is frequency. Frequency is how many times it is occurring. This is 2 times 3 is occurring, 2 times 4 is occurring, 1 time 5 is occurring, 1 time 6 is occurring, and 1 time 7 is occurring. So this is a frequency. So we'll multiply all these and then finally we add it. When we add it, it's called sigma. So we are adding sigma. Basically, we are adding it from 1 to n. So this when we are talking about the first value, we'll consider it as x1. We'll consider it as x2. So we cannot consider everything same. So we are saying from 1 to n, to whatever numbers we have, 1 to n, we are going to add f1 x1. So this is f1 x1. This is f2 x2. Third one comes as f3 x3 and so on. And then we'll divide it by sigma f1. Sigma f1 means the sum of frequency, that is the number of values. So their total number of values are 10. So finally, we'll get some value here. We'll get some value divided by, so this value is called as sigma f1 x1 divided by sigma f1 frequency. So we'll take from I is equal to 1 to n. Same goes with I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, we'll discuss it with a specific example. Okay, so this is the way we calculate average. Now coming to one example from this. See, the marks obtained by 30 students of class 10 of a certain school in mathematics paper consist of 100 marks are presented below in the table. Where is the table? This is the table. Okay, these are the marks. That means 10 marks is obtained by one person. One person got 10 marks. One person got 20 marks. There are 3 people who got 36 marks. 4 people got 40 marks each, 3 people got 50 marks each, 2 people got 56 marks, and so on. Okay, so we'll make a table like this. We'll make a table like this. That means first, how many? This is marks. That is x1 for us, and it's a number of students 1. So 10 marks are obtained by 1 student, and we'll multiply this value. That will be called as f1 x1. You're multiplying this value, so it comes as 10 into 1. It value comes as 10, and similarly we'll do for all the numbers. And after that thing is complete, what we are going to do? We are going to add f1 x1, because we had the formula was what? Sigma f1 x1. So that means we are going to add the values of f1 x1. So this is f1 x1, this is f2 x2, this is f3. It is not fi xi. Okay, sigma fi xi. So we are going to add all these values. This is say fi f4 x4, f5 x5. So we're going to add this value, and we'll get the value as 1779. So we add the values, we'll get 1779, and then we'll divide it by sigma fi. Sigma fi means the total number of values, the 30 students. Then we'll get the average. This is the normal way in which we compute till date. Okay, though it was not denoted earlier maybe by these terms, but we were computing this way only. If we know that these are the marks given, so we'll just multiply it. The values is 10 ones are 10. Okay, 10 marks, 20 is 20, and this is 36 into 3 is 72, not 72, 108. Okay, so we'll keep on adding it, and then we'll divide it by 30 students, and then we'll get. This was the way we were doing it in the previous classes. So this is the normal way of doing it. So it becomes, this is sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi, and the values comes out to be, this is the 59.3 comes as the, please remember this number, because we will be using this number in future. Not using it, but we'll be comparing it with the other methods of computation of mean. So x bar comes as 59.3 here. Okay, the average comes as 59.3, and this is the actual mean which we computed. Okay, तो अब बात करेंगे हम मीन ऑफ ग्रुप डेटा की. ग्रुप डेटा का मतलब क्या है पहले मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. से अभी तो हमने हर मार्क को, सी लेट्स टेक द सेम एग्जांपल. अभी हम क्या कर रहे थे, एक जने के 10 मार्क्स आए, दूसरे जने के 20 मार्क्स आए, 3 लोग ऐसे थे जिनके 36 मार्क्स ईच आए, 4 लोग ऐसे थे जिनके 40 मार्क्स ईच आए. तो हम हर एक मार्क को एक एंटिटी मान के चल रहे थे. हर एक मार्क को हम एक एंटिटी मान के चल रहे थे. ना अभी हम ग्रुप कर लेंगे. मान लो हम कहते हैं कि 10 से लेकर 40 तक कितने लोगों के मार्क्स आए, 40 से लेकर 70 तक कितने लोगों के मार्क्स आए, 70 से लेकर 100 तक कितने लोगों के मार्क्स आए. तो हमने 3 ग्रुप बना लिए. तो इसे कह देंगे ग्रुप डेटा. होता है क्या है कि जब जब एंटायर पॉपुलेशन को हम देखते हैं या फिर बहुत बड़े डेटा को देखते हैं, उसके अंदर हम हर इंडिविजुअल मार्क को या हर इंडिविजुअल एंट्री को हम नहीं देख सकते हैं. तो वहां पे हमें डेटा को ग्रुप करना पड़ता है. जब डेटा को ग्रुप करना पड़ता है, तो हमारे को उसका मीन निकालने के लिए, एवरेज निकालने के लिए हमारे को ये डिफरेंट मेथड अप्लाई करना पड़ते हैं. ठीक है, अभी हमारे पास हम यूज करेंगे मेथड, वो है डायरेक्ट मेथड. Okay, we'll come to much simpler methods in future, but this is the direct method. So there are 3 different methods we are going to be covering in this statistics chapter. Okay, now इसको करने के लिए, डायरेक्ट मेथड या ग्रुप डेटा को करने के लिए पहले हमारे को ग्रुप करना पड़ेगा, डेटा को ग्रुप करना पड़ेगा. तो हम ग्रुप जब करेंगे तो हमारे को पता होना चाहिए कि हम क्लास इंटरवल क्या बना रहे हैं. क्लास इंटरवल मतलब जैसे हमने लिखा 10 से लेकर 40 तक मार्क्स कितने लोगों के आए, 40 से लेकर 70 तक मार्क्स कितने लोगों के आए, 70 से लेकर 100 तक मार्क्स कितने लोगों के आए. तो हमारे को ये क्लास बनानी पड़ेगी ना, डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स बनाने पड़ेंगे. तो उसी ग्रुप को जो बनाते हैं उसे बोलते हैं क्लास इंटरवल. उसे बोलते हैं क्लास इंटरवल. ओके, अब क्लास इंटरवल के अंदर एक पहला पॉइंट होता है और एक आखिरी पॉइंट होता है. जो पहला पॉइंट होता है उसे कहते हैं लोअर क्लास लिमिट, इसे कहते हैं लोअर क्लास लिमिट. और जो आखिरी का पॉइंट होता है, जो बड़ा नंबर होता है, उसे बोलते हैं अपर क्लास लिमिट. तो लोअर क्लास लिमिट और अपर क्लास लिमिट. और हम क्या करते हैं, जो उसके बीच का नंबर होता है, हम जो बीच का नंबर होता है हम उसे मान लेते हैं कि वो उसका एवरेज है, और उसे हम बोल देते हैं क्लास मार्क. अब क्लास मार्क कैसे निकालेंगे? क्लास मार्क निकालने के लिए हम अपर क्लास लिमिट और लोअर क्लास लिमिट को ऐड करके उसको 2 से डिवाइड कर देते हैं. तो बेसिकली उसके बीच का नंबर निकल के आ जाता है. कि अब हम बोलेंगे कि क्लास मार्क के 10 से लेकर 40 लोग के मार्क्स कितने लोगों के आए थे. हमने बोला कि 30 लोगों के मार्क्स आए थे. 30 लोगों के मार्क्स 10 से लेकर 40 के बीच में आए थे, या फिर 70 लोगों के मार्क्स आए थे, कुछ भी, अगर कितने ही बच्चे हैं, तो 10 से लेकर 40 तक 70 लोगों के मार्क्स आए थे, ठीक है। और हम क्या करेंगे, 10 + 40 डिवाइडेड बाई 2, हम एक क्लास मार्क निकाल लेंगे। तो 10 + 40 डिवाइड बाई 2 आया तो 25 आ गया। तो हम मान लेंगे कि हर जने के मार्क्स 25 आए थे, हर जने के मार्क्स 25 आए थे, ये हम मान लेंगे। जब हम ये मान लेंगे तो उससे हमारा कैलकुलेशन ईजी हो जाएगा। लेट्स सी विद एन एग्जांपल। तो यहां से पता करेंगे कि हमने क्लासेस बना ली, यहाँ पर क्लास इंटरवल्स बना लिए। जैसे 10 से लेकर 25 का क्लास इंटरवल है, तो अगर आप चेक करेंगे कि 10 से लेकर 25 तक के कितनों के मार्क्स हैं, 10, 20, 25 समवेयर इधर आता, इधर यहीं पे आता अगर किसी मार्क्स होते तो। लेकिन सिर्फ दो लोगों के मार्क्स ऐसे हैं जो 10 से लेकर 25 के बीच में आए हैं। ना उन्होंने बोला कि 25 से 40 तक के बीच में मार्क्स किसके आए हैं। तो यहाँ पर देखिए, यहाँ पर 40 मार्क्स भी आए हुए हैं, लेकिन हम इसके अंदर एक रूल बनाते हैं कि अगर किसी के मार्क्स इसकी अपर लिमिट को टच कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज ये 40 यहाँ पर भी आ रहा है और 40 यहाँ पर भी आ रहा है, तो हम क्या मान लेते हैं कि 40 को हम यहाँ पे कंसिडर करेंगे, 40 मार्क्स को हम इधर कंसिडर करेंगे। तो बेसिकली इसको तो अभी हम ओमिट कर देंगे सेकंड क्लास इंटरवल के लिए। तो हम कहेंगे कि सेकंड क्लास इंटरवल में कितने आ रहे हैं, 25 से 40 के बीच में 3। तो दिस 3 इज करेक्ट। नाउ 40 to 50 कितने लोगों के बीच में है, तो 55 समवेयर हेयर, सो बेसिकली 7 लोगों के। देन कम्स 55 to 70, तो 55 to 70 के लिए ये भी होगा, ये भी होगा, लेकिन 70 काउंट नहीं होगा। 70 काउंट नहीं होगा, क्यों? क्योंकि 70 नेक्स्ट वाले में काउंट होगा, 70 नेक्स्ट वाले में काउंट होगा। देन 70 to 85, अगर 85 तक देखें तो यहां तक आएगा, क्योंकि इसके बाद तो 88 आ गया है। तो इन सारे लोगों के, तो कितना हो गया, 70 to 85 के अंदर 4, 5, 6, 6। नाउ 85 to 100 द रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल। तो ऐसे करके हमने इनके नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स की फ्रीक्वेंसी बना ली। अभी क्या होगा, ग्रुप डेटा हो गया, हमने इनकी हर एक की फ्रीक्वेंसी बना ली। अब फ्रीक्वेंसी बनाने के बाद हमने क्या किया, हमने इनका क्लास मार्क निकाला। क्लास मार्क कैसे निकाला हमने, हमने लिखा 10 + 25 डिवाइड बाई 2। जब 10 + 25 डिवाइड बाई 2 करेंगे तो आ जाएगा 17.5। फिर 25 + 40, 25 + 40 डिवाइडेड बाई 2 आ जाएगा 32.5। तो 17, वैसे बताया था 17 पॉइंट कैसे आया ये, दिस इज 10 + 25 डिवाइडेड बाई 2। 32.5 कैसे आया, 25 + 40 डिवाइडेड बाई 2। 47.5 कैसे आया, 40 + 55 डिवाइडेड बाय 2। ओके, ये 62.5 कैसे आया, 55 + 70 डिवाइडेड बाय 2। तो इस तरह से हमने इनके क्लास मार्क, मतलब उनके बीच की वैल्यू हमने निकाल ली, और हमारे पास क्लास मार्क आ गए। अब क्लास मार्क आ गए तो हमने क्या किया, हमने F1 मतलब कितने बार आया था, और हमने इसको मान लिया उसका एवरेज। हमने माना 17.5 मार्क्स आए थे इनके। अब देखो, कुछ लोगों के मार्क्स 10 भी आए यहाँ पर, कुछ का मार्क्स 10 आया, कुछ का मार्क्स 20 आए, लेकिन हमने मान लिया कि ऑन एन एवरेज इन दो लोगों के मार्क्स 17.5 आए। तो हमने क्या किया, 2 × 17.5, आंसर आ गया 35। 3 × 32.5, आंसर आ गया 97.5। और ऐसे करके हमने सबकी वैल्यू यहाँ पर निकाल ली। जब सबकी वैल्यू निकाल ली तो इनका टोटल, बाद में इनका टोटल कर लिया, तो दैट इज सिग्मा F1 X1, दैट मीन फ्रीक्वेंसी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय the number itself. Okay, what is this X1? X1 is the class mark here. X1 is the class mark. In the previous one, in the previous example, when we took X1 as the actual value, but in this case, we are taking X1 as the class mark in the direct method or any further method. So X1 as the class mark. Now, sigma X, ये इसकी वैल्यू आ गई। अब हम क्या करेंगे, अब हम क्या करेंगे, to find out the mean. Okay, find out the mean. What we are going to do? We are going to divide. Let's clear it up. We're going to divide. So X bar will come out to be as sigma Fi Xi divided by sigma Fi. So it comes out to be 62. So if you remember previously when we computed in the actual method, it comes out to be 59 point something, right? 59.3, I believe. Right, but here it is coming as 62. See, there could be a slight difference when we are computing in different methods. There could be a slight difference. When we compute the normal method and through this method, there could be a slight difference. But when we compare huge amount of data, this small difference doesn't make, this comes out to be, this averaged out. Okay, so this is the first method, which is called the direct method. This method is called the direct method. Please remember this part. This is the direct method. Direct method में क्या करा हमने, सीधे उसका क्लास मार्क निकाला, multiplied the frequency with the class mark, we got some value, and we added those values finally, and after adding the value we divided by the frequency, the total numbers, and we got the answer. Okay, it is exactly like computing the mean. The only thing is we computed a class mark because we grouped the data into certain class intervals. Okay, so please remember this. While allocating frequency to each class interval, students falling in the upper class limit, as I mentioned, जैसे यहाँ पर 40 था, हमने 40 को किस में कंसिडर किया? हमने 40 को हमने कंसिडर किया 40 to 55 के अंदर। द वैल्यू 40, जैसे 40 मार्क्स आए थे, ये 40 मार्क्स जिसके आए थे 4 लोगों के आए थे, बट हमने इनको इस क्लास इंटरवल में कंसिडर नहीं किया, हमने इसको इस वाले क्लास इंटरवल में कंसिडर किया, इसको हमने 4 को इस वाले में कंसिडर किया। ओके, व्हाई? बिकॉज इट वाज फॉलिंग ऑन द अपर क्लास लिमिट। तो यहाँ पर ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि इफ while allocating frequencies to each class interval, students falling in the upper class limit would be considered in the next class. 4 students have obtained 40 marks would be considered in the class interval 40 to 55 and not in 25 to 40. This is something which you need to remember. By this, you can make mistakes. So please be cautious on this front. Okay, so coming to next one. Now we're talking about the assumed mean method. Okay, assumed mean method is another method which is a easier method. So एक पहले difficult method हुआ, अब थोड़ा सा और easy method करेंगे। अब इस method में हम क्या करेंगे? हमने क्या किया? अब we are taking same data points. Okay, number of students हैं, क्लास मार्क निकाल लिया और उनका FI XI भी निकाल लिया, और ये सीधे वैल्यूज जो पहले थी exactly same वैल्यूज आ गई। अब हमने क्या किया? हमने मान लिया, we assumed कि इस क्लास मार्क में से, इन सब क्लास मार्क में से कोई एक वैल्यू हमने एक मान ली कि वो मीन है, कोई एक मीन मान लिया। आप कौन सी माननी है? हमने मान लिया चलो 47.5 इज द मीन। और जब हमने इसको मीन मान लिया तो हमने क्या किया? आफ्टर कंसिडरिंग हमने इसको हर नंबर में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया। This is assuming mean of 47.5. Call it A. So we'll start calling the assumed mean as A. We are calling assumed mean as A. Now we are finding the deviation. Deviation मतलब ये क्लास मार्क मीन से कितना डिविएटेड है, ये क्लास मार्क मीन से कितना डिविएशन है। कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? बाय फाइंडिंग द x माइनस a, दैट मींस दिस वैल्यू माइनस दिस वैल्यू। सो अगर मैं 17.5 माइनस 47.5 करूंगा तो कितना आएगा? सो इट कम्स आउट टू माइनस 30, बिकॉज 17.5 माइनस 47.5 इज माइनस 30. Similarly, we subtracted 32.5 minus 47.5 is minus 15. Then 0, then 15, then 30. So we got D1, that is deviation. Deviation. तो हमने क्या किया है? हमने एक्चुअली हर नंबर में से हमने मीन को, हर नंबर में से एक जो अज्यूम्ड मीन था उसको माइनस कर दिया है। हर नंबर में से अज्यूम्ड मीन को हमने माइनस कर दिया। अगर हमने हर नंबर में से अज्यूम्ड मीन को माइनस कर दिया तो क्या होगा? मीन की वैल्यू भी कम हो जाएगी, जो हम मीन निकालेंगे वैल्यू कम हो जाएगी। तो इसलिए हम इसको बाद में जाके ऐड कर लेंगे वापस। अभी हमने सब्ट्रैक्ट कर लिया, हर नंबर में से एक अज्यूम मीन को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया है, अभी हम बाद में जाकर के उसको दोबारा ऐड कर लेंगे। तो यहाँ पर हमने जो जो वैल्यू आई, ओके, यहाँ पर जो हमारे पास ये वैल्यू आई है डिविएशन, इस डिविएशन को, ओके, वी हैव मल्टीप्लाइड विद द फ्रीक्वेंसी। सो दिस 30 minus 30 multiplied with the number of students, there were 2, so we are multiplying this and the value comes out to be minus 60. Now 3 multiplied by minus 15, it comes out to be minus 15. Similarly, we got the values for various other various other class intervals. Now we added these values, so that will give us, what will it give? It will give us sigma fi di. Okay, this is sigma fi di. अगर हम sigma fi di को अगर हम सिग्मा fi से डिवाइड कर देंगे, अगर हम सिग्मा fi से डिवाइड करेंगे तो इट विल गिव अस सम मीन, ओके, बट दैट मीन विल बी 47.5 lesser than what we should have got. Why? Because we have subtracted 47.5 initially from every number. Okay, तो हम बाद में फिर उसको उतना ऐड करना पड़ेगा. So let's see this. So this is deviation and we are finding d as sigma fi di. This value comes out to be, just clear it up, sigma fi, because di value was xi minus a. So this value is d1 is equal to, they exchange it, and if we multiply this further, it becomes sigma xi fi divided by sigma fi. You know what is this value? This value is the mean. This value is the mean which we actually want to find out. Okay, so this value is x bar mean. Now f sigma fi and sigma fi will cancel out. It becomes a. So it becomes x bar minus a. So what was this? So d I is equal to, or d is equal to x minus x bar minus a. So what is x bar? X bar is equal to a plus t bar. X bar is equal to a plus d bar. Now यहां से हमारे पास जो वैल्यू आई यहाँ पे, व्हाट इज डी बार? डी बार इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा एफ आई डी आई डिवाइड बाई सिग्मा एफ आई. सो यहाँ पर हमने जो 435 डिवाइडेड बाई 30 ये हम कर रहे हैं वैल्यू, दैट इज 435 डिवाइड बाई 30. इसमें वापस अगर हम 47.5 ऐड कर दें तो ये वैल्यू 62. दिस इज द mean. And if you remember, we got the same mean using the direct method. We got the exact same using the direct method also. So whether we use direct method, whether we use this method, which is the assumed mean method, or if we use the step deviation method, in all three cases we will get the same mean. In all three methods we'll get the same mean. Okay, in the initial actual mean we got as 59 point something, that was the actual one, but in other methods we'll get the same mean, whether we want to compute it from direct method, assumed mean method, or the step deviation method. Okay, I'll revise it one more time on how exactly we did it. Okay, हमने क्या किया, सबसे पहले हमने नंबर लिया, जो सारे नंबर थे उनको ग्रुप कर लिया. ओके, ग्रुप करके हमने उनका क्लास मार्क निकाल लिया. जब क्लास मार्क निकल गया तो क्लास मार्क निकलने के बाद हमने उस नंबर में से हमने एक नंबर को अज्यूम कर लिया. तो हेयर हमने 47.5 को मीन अज्यूम कर लिया. हमने जो मीन अज्यूम किया उसको हमने हर नंबर से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया. तो जैसे 17.5 माइनस 47.5, 32 माइनस 47.5 माइनस 47.5 माइनस 47. सो हमने हर नंबर में से 47.5 ये सब्ट्रैक्ट करते चले गए. जब हमने सब्ट्रैक्ट किया तो वैल्यू क्या आ गई? ये वैल्यूज आ गई यहाँ पर, ये वैल्यूज आ गई यहाँ पर. तो जब हमने 17.5 माइनस 47.5 इट कम्स एज माइनस 30. 32.5 minus 47.5 it came as minus 15. 47.5 minus 47.5 it became 0. Then 15, 30 and 45. Right? इस नंबर से इन नंबर से हमने इनकी फ्रीक्वेंसीज को मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, और मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद जो हमारे पास वैल्यू आई उसको हमने एफ आई डी आई लिख दिया. ओके, एफ आई डी आई की वैल्यूज का जो सम आ गया, हमने एफ आई डी आई इसको हमने फ्रीक्वेंसी से डिवाइड कर दिया. बेसिकली इफ आई जस्ट क्लियर इट अप, we only divided this number, this is 435 divided by 30, and हमने जो deviation लिया था, deviation हमने क्या लिया था, assume किया था mean, वो हमने 47.5 इसमें ऐड कर दिया, and this comes out to be 62. This complete value comes out to be 62, and which is equal to the mean which you computed. ये जो पूरी कहानी है अगर आपको नहीं भी पता ना तब भी आप समझ जाओगे, बिकॉज जनरली बच्चे यहाँ कंफ्यूज होते हैं. ये जो दिखता है ना उनको एक्स बार एफ आई एक्स आई, उससे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. लेकिन आप इसको सिंपल से समझ लो कि आपने एक अज्यूम किया मीन, अज्यूम करने के बाद आपने उसको सब में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर लिया. बिकॉज वो सब में से सब्ट्रैक्ट किया है, बाकी अब जो निकल के आएगा अब हम उसको सब में ऐड भी कर लेंगे. ठीक है, तो बाद में उसको ऐड कर लो, बस इतना सा काम है. चलिए तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. आगे आता है स्टेप डिविएशन मेथड. अब स्टेप डेविएशन मेथड में क्या होता है कि हम जैसे पहले काम कर रहे थे वैसे ही करना है, वैसे ही करना है. हमने क्या किया, पहले हमारे नंबर्स थे, हमने क्लास मार्क निकाल लिया और हमने यहाँ पे डिविएशन भी निकाल लिया. लेकिन डिविएशन के अंदर भी अभी हमें मल्टीप्लाई ज्यादा करना पड़ रहा है. तो हम क्या करते हैं, इस डिविएशन को, ये अभी ये सारे नंबर आप देखो 30 माइनस 15 15 30 45, ये एक स्पेसिफिक कोई भी एक नंबर चूज किया और उससे हमने डिवाइड कर दिया. तो कौन सा एक बड़ा नंबर है जिससे हम डिवाइड कर लें इसे, जितना बड़ा नंबर उतना उतना बेनिफिट, जितना बड़ा नंबर हो. तो ये दिख रहा है कि हर नंबर 15 से डिवाइड हो जाता है. जब हर नंबर 15 से डिवाइड हो जाता है तो हम उसको 15 से हर नंबर को डिवाइड कर लिया. ओके, हर नंबर को 15 से डिवाइड किया तो कितना है, ये माइनस 30 को डिवाइड किया. सो दिस वैल्यू इज कॉल्ड एच, जिससे हमने डिवाइड किया. और हम क्या कर रहे हैं, अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इस d1 को हमने डिवाइड किया है. दिस इज सी d1 वाज x1 माइनस a, दिस वाज x1 माइनस a, दैट इज अज्यूम्ड मीन. अब हमने क्या किया, x1 माइनस a को हमने एक नंबर से डिवाइड कर दिया है, दैट इज कॉल्ड h. ओके, हमने इसे 15 से डिवाइड कर दिया, तो 15 से डिवाइड करने पे आ गया -2 -1 दिस 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 दिस. अब हमने यहाँ डिवाइड किया है अगर, तो जब हमारा मीन आ जाएगा, जब हम जो कंप्यूट कर लेंगे, अब हम उसको उतने से मल्टीप्लाई भी करना पड़ेगा। पहले अभी हमने डिवाइड किया है तो हमें मल्टीप्लाई भी करना पड़ेगा, बस इतने ही से डिफरेंस है। ओके, स्टेप डिविजन मेथड में अब ये वैल्यूज आ गई हमारे पास, यहाँ पर -2 -1 ये सब 15 से डिवाइड करने के बाद ये वैल्यूज आ गई इसकी। तो हमने D1 को D1 डिवाइडेड बाय H कर दिया, एक स्पेसिफिक नंबर से डिवाइड कर दिया, तो हमारे पास कुछ वैल्यू आ गई, दैट इज UI, उसको हमने UI बोल दिया। अब हमने क्या किया है, UI को हमने वापस फ्रीक्वेंसी से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया। तो फ्रीक्वेंसी से मल्टीप्लाई किया तो आ गया -4 -3। इसको कैलकुलेट करना इजी है ना, क्योंकि -4 -3 छोटे नंबर बन गए। पहले हमें बड़ी मल्टीप्लीकेशन करनी पड़ रही थी, अब हमें नहीं करनी पड़ रही है, तो अब छोटी मल्टीप्लीकेशन है। तो हमने जब मल्टीप्लाई किया तो 2 मल्टीप्लाइड -2 -4, इन सबको हमने ऐड कर दिया। ऐड करने के बाद आ गया हमारा 29। ओके, अब जैसे हमने पहले निकाला था मीन, वैसे हमने 29 डिवाइड बाय 30, तो हमने कह दिया 29 डिवाइड बाय 30 निकाल लिया हमने। ओके, लेकिन ये कौन सा आया है, ये स्टेप डिविएशन मेथड से आया है अभी, लेकिन हमने इसमें तो हर नंबर को 15 से डिवाइड किया था, तो अब यहाँ पर हमें 15 से मल्टीप्लाई भी करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तो 15 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो। फिर हमने इसके अंदर हम माना था, अज्यूम किया था मीन को 47.5 और हमने सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया था, तो इसके अंदर हमारे को 47.5 ऐड भी करना पड़ेगा। पहले हमने 47.5 हर नंबर में से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया, तो हमें 47.5 ऐड भी करना पड़ेगा। हमने हर नंबर को 15 से डिवाइड किया, तो हमें हर नंबर को 15 से मल्टीप्लाई भी करना पड़ेगा टू नेगेट दैट। सो दिस वैल्यू, if we calculate this 15 2s are 30, if we calculate this, it comes out to be 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 14.5, और अगर आप इसे कैलकुलेट करोगे 47.5, this comes as 62, again it will come as 62। सो तीनों मेथड जो हैं, एक डायरेक्ट मेथड हुआ, या फिर अज्यूम्ड मेथड हुआ, या स्टेप डिविएशन मेथड हुआ, सबका मीन एग्जैक्टली सेम आएगा, और बहुत ही सिंपल है आपको इसे कंप्यूट करना। स्टेप डिविएशन मेथड क्यों भाई, सिंपल करने के लिए हमें ज्यादा से कम मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़े, ये ज्यादा से ज्यादा मेहनत थी वो कम हो जाए। ओके, कम से कम मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़े हमें। ठीक है, इसको क्लियर कर देते हैं। तो इन्होंने क्या किया, हमने UI कैलकुलेट कर लिया, दैट इज x1 - a डिवाइड बाय h, और यू कैन से इट इज d1i डिवाइड बाय h। हम ये कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं, di डिवाइड बाय h, तो dy डिवाइड बाय h कर लिया। तो उसका ये इसकी कंप्यूटेशन आपको, आप समझना चाहें तो अच्छी बात है। ओके, लेकिन आपको जो पहले समझा दिया है कि सीधे सीधे आपकी ये जो वैल्यू आ रही है, दिस डिवाइडेड बाय 30, okay, then you multiply it by h. Why you multiply it by h? Because you divided by h earlier. So basically जो u bar आया आपका, what is u bar? Okay, u bar is sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi, this is u bar। okay, आपने यहाँ पर जो किया है u bar, इसको आपको h से मल्टीप्लाई करना है, h जिससे आपने डिवाइड किया था, और फिर आपको उसके अंदर जो आपने अज्यूम किया था मीन, उसको ऐड कर देना है। क्यों? क्योंकि पहले सब्ट्रैक्ट किया था, तो अब ऐड करना पड़ेगा, तो आपकी वैल्यू आ जाएगी, आंसर। वील डू मल्टीपल क्वेश्चंस टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस फर्दर। ओके, बट आई बिलीव you would have understood by now. Now let's take this example. It says that a table given below gives the percentage distribution of female teachers in the primary school of rural areas of various states and union territories. Find the mean percentage of female teachers by all three methods. So we have to use all three methods to find it. So first we are going to use the first method, which is called the direct method. Direct method. Okay, direct method. Now in direct method, what do we do? First of all, okay, the class is already given. So we have to find the class mark. And how do we find the class mark? So we'll say 15 plus 25 divided by 2. 15 plus 25 divided by 2, and that gives us the class mark that is considered as, we name it as xi, and that value is 20. Then what will we do after that? So we multiply these two numbers, so basically the frequency and the class mark, to get the fi xi, the value of fi xi. This is what we are going to compute. So the fi xi comes out to be 120. Now we'll compute the sum of all xi fi's, the sum of all xi fi's, and we call it as sigma xi fi, or fi xi divided by sigma fi. So this is what you're going to compute. And what is that? That is the mean itself. That's a direct mean we can compute. So let's find out, it comes as sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. So this value comes out to be 1390 divided by 35. So let's find out. It will be 1390 divided by 35. It comes out to be 39.71. So the mean percentage of female teachers is 39.71. Okay, let's see whether if we compute it with some other method, whether the value comes out to be same or not. Okay, so this is the next method we are going to use. So this method is assumed mean method. Assumed mean method. And what are we going to do in assumed mean method? First of all, the same thing we are going to compute. Then we'll find the class mark. Okay, now from the class mark, we'll assume that one of the numbers is mean. So we'll consider, say, 50 as the mean of all the values. Okay, so we consider 50 as the mean, and then we'll subtract mean, assumed mean, from all the values of class mark. So we are going to find xi minus a. This is the value which I'm going to find for each and every class. Okay, so let's do that. So we said we call it a deviation. The deviation is xi minus 50. So this value came as 20 minus 50. This is 20 minus 50. The second value came from 30 minus 50. This value came as 40 minus 50. Okay, so this way all the values came. So this value is 50 minus 50, 60 minus 50, 70 minus 50, and 80 minus 50. So we subtracted class mark from all numbers to get the di, and then we'll find the fi di. Then we'll find the fi di. So we'll multiply this value with this value to get fi di. And when we have the fi di's, we'll compute the sum of it. This value, this comes out to be sigma fi di. Right? Now, how to find the mean here? For finding the mean, the actual mean which we want to find is x bar is equal to sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. See, we subtracted 50. We subtracted 50 from each value. So now we have to add 50 to each value. You have to add 50 to each value. So let's compute it. It is minus 360 divided by 35 plus 50. So when we compute minus 360 divided by 35 minus 360 divided by 35, it comes out to be minus 10.285 plus 50. Now, when we compute this value, it comes out to be 39.71. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same which we computed using the direct method. It is exactly the same which you computed using the direct method. Now coming to the next method. The next method we are going to use is the step deviation method. Step deviation method. This is the method we are going to use. Now in the step deviation method, what do? We have the same values. With the same values, we are going to find the class marks. So these are the class marks we found. Now with the help of class marks, we are going to find the deviation. Okay, we found the deviation. So we considered 50 as the mean, and we computed the deviation from each class mark. So xi minus 50. So this is what we computed as we did in the previous one. But the difference in the step deviation method is now we are going to divide all these values with one common factor. One common factor. So what is the common factor you can see here? What's a common factor you can see here? I can see 10 is a common factor for all, isn't it? We can see 10 is a common factor. So let's divide this by 10. So when I divide this by 10, what happens? This divide by 10, this divide by 10, this divide by 10, and this is the value which I am getting it here. That is, this value is di divided by h. Di divided by h. And what is the value of this? Is h. This is h. This is a common factor which we have used. Okay. Now, what next we are going to do? Now we have this number. This is a smaller number now. This smaller number we are going to multiply with the frequency. Okay, and we'll call it as Fi Ui. Fi Ui. So this is what we are going to compute now. Let's see. Now we computed Fi Ui. So Fi Ui, it will be easier computation. And we computed this 6 multiplied by minus 3 gives you minus 18. Then 11 multiplied by minus 2 gives you minus 22 and so on. And finally, this value, the sum of all Fi Uis, the sum of all Fi Uis is sigma Fi Ui. Right? Now, in this case, in the step deviation method, how do we compute the mean? So we'll say x bar is equal to sigma Fi Ui divided by sigma Fi. Okay, because we divided everything by 10. Now we have to multiply everything by 10. That is, you have to multiply it by h. This value was h. So I'll just write it here as a formula. And okay, and we subtracted a from here. So we have to add a from here. We have to reverse the entire thing. So we'll say sigma xi, sigma Fi Ui. So what is sigma Fi Ui? I'll just put the values as minus 36 divided by 35. So this is the value which came. And we have to multiply it by 10. And what we have to add here is 50. So let's see whether it gives me the same value or not. So it comes as minus 360 divided by 35 plus 50. And this value will be exactly the same. That is 39.71. So with whether we used the direct method or the assumed mean method or the step deviation method, the mean will be exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it at all. Okay, so we discussed about the mean. Now, I just clear it. So this is the formula which we used. Okay, there's another question now. The distribution below shows the number of wickets taken by bowlers in one-day cricket. Okay, find the mean number of wickets by choosing a suitable method. What does the mean signify? Okay, so we need to find out. See, if you look at this question very carefully, okay, you see that the class is not the same. Okay, but still, if we'll use the same method which you have used, and it will give you the exact result. Okay, so we have taken different classes here, and it doesn't matter whether the class size is same or not. So let's put these values. Okay, so it is not there. Let's make the table now. So it says number of wickets. It is 20 to 60, 60 to 100, 100 to 150, 150 to 150 to 250, and 250 to 350, and 350 to 450. Okay, and the values here now, it says number of bowlers. Okay, it is 7, 5, 16, 12, 2, and 3. Okay, now what is the first thing we are going to do? We are going to find the class mark. How's we're going to find the class mark? Xi is, we'll add these two and divide it by 2. So it is 60 plus 80 divided by 2. 60 plus 80 divided by 2. 60 plus 20 divided by 2. 60 plus 20 divided by 2 comes out to be 60 plus 20 is 80 divided by 2 comes out to be 40. Then 160 divided by 2 comes out to be 80. Then 150 plus 100 is 250 divided by 2 is 125. 250 is 400 divided by 2 comes out to be 200. 350 plus 250, 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 600, it comes out to be 300. And 4 is 7, 8, it comes out to be 400. Now, what you're going to find out? It's all teda meda. So I'll just clear this line and make it little straight. Let's make from here, we'll make it straight. Now we are going to find out what? See, from this value, we are going to assume one mean. Okay, assume one mean. So let's consider mean as 200. Some value, this value we're considering as mean. So we'll say A is equal to 200. And we'll subtract this mean, assume mean from each value. So 400 for 40 minus, so xi minus A. This is what you're computing here. Okay, xi minus A, it comes with 40 minus 200. 40 minus 200 comes out to be minus 160. Then comes 80 minus 200, comes out to be minus 120. Then comes 125 minus 200, comes out to be minus 75. Then 200 minus 200 is 0. 300 minus 200 is 100. 400 minus 200 is 200. Right? Now, from this value, we are going to divide it. We are going to divide it because we are using step deviation method. We are using step deviation method. Okay, because that is the easiest method. Okay. So we are going to divide it by one unique value. Okay, do you see some unique value here? So we'll take 10. Okay, now 10 is also, it's not cutting, but still 15 is also not there. Oh, there's no common one. 5 is the common one, but better option will divide it by 10. Okay, I'll just say h is equal to 10. I'm taking 10. So it comes out to be the x minus a divided by h. Okay, xi minus a divided by h. So it becomes minus 16. This becomes minus 12. This becomes minus 7.5. And this comes out to be 0. And this becomes 10. This becomes 20. Now what are you going to do? Okay, this we call it as ui. Now we want to find out fi ui. Okay, fi ui is 16 into 7. Minus 16 into 7. So let's compute it. It comes out to be minus 112. We don't want to make any mistakes, so calculate properly. Okay, 12 5s are 60. It is minus 60 here. Minus 7.5 into 16. It comes out to be minus 120. And then we have this value as 0. Because 12 multiplied by 0 is 0. And 2 multiplied by 10 is 20. And 3 multiplied by 20 is 60. Now we have to add these values. Okay, to find out sigma, we are finding sigma fi ui. That is the sum of all these values. Sum of all these values comes out to be 2. It comes out to be 112 minus 60 minus 120 plus 20 plus 60. So it comes out to be minus 212. Minus 212. And what is sigma? What is the total number of, if they have not given, one day cricket, find the mean number of wickets. Find the mean number of wickets. So number of bowlers. So we'll compute it. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. Okay. 1 second. 7 plus 5 plus 16 plus 12 plus 2 plus 3. So it comes out to be total 45 number of bowlers were there. So we'll say this value comes out to be minus 212 and sigma fi comes out to be 45. Now to find the x bar, well, we know what is the formula. The formula comes out to be sigma fi ui. Even if you don't remember the formula, by now you know how to compute it. It's sigma fi multiplied by h, and what we subtracted from each number, 200. And then we have to add that a. So let's put the values in this. So it comes as minus 212 divided by 45 multiplied by h. What is the h? We considered h as 10. We divided every number by 10 and then we plus 200 to each number. Okay, and this value, if we compute, it says 21 minus 2120 into 10, it's comes out minus 47.11 plus 200, and this value comes out to be 152.88 or 889, you can say. So this is the average number of wickets. This is the average number of tickets comes out to be for the entire series. Okay, so coming to the next question, mode of group data. Okay, what is mode? We discussed about this. The mode value means the number which is occurring maximum number of times. The number which is occurring maximum number of times, that's called the mode. So if we take, okay, so there is a direct formula for group data. Okay, what's the formula? It's L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus. So this you have to just remember it. Okay, if you remember this formula, you will be able to find the mode of the group data. Okay, what is L? L is the lower limit of the modal class. What is modal class? The modal class is the class where you see the maximum number of values. The modal class is the class where you see maximum number of values. We'll come with an example, then you'll understand on this part. Okay, then H is the size of the class interval, assuming all the sizes to be equal. Okay, then comes F1, frequency of the modal class. F1 is the frequency of the modal class. F0 is the frequency of the preceding class, the previous class from the modal class, and F2 is the is the frequency of the succeeding class, the next class. Okay, now we'll understand this by an example. Okay, because that way it will make sense, because till now we know mode is the maximum number of values, or maximum frequency of the values is called the mode. But now in the group data, now the group data is the family sizes, say 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9, and 9 to 11. Okay, this is the different kind of family sizes are given. Now you can say where exactly the number of family members are more, number of families are more. You know, this is the maximum, 8. So we'll call this as the modal class. This is the modal class. Okay, so let's clear it further. So, and this is the formula. Okay, this is the formula which we know. Okay, and we have, I've just for your computation, I'll just mention what exactly the different letters mean, because this is the first time you're doing it. So you once you remember it, then it will be easy for you. Now let's compute it. Now we know mode is equal to L. What is L? Lower limit of the modal class. What is the lower limit? So this is the modal class, because this is the maximum occurring value. So the modal class is 3 to 5 is the modal class. Now what is the lower limit of the modal class? 3. This is the lower limit of the modal class. So this value L is equal to 3. So this value comes out to be here 3. I'll just write it as here 3. Now what is H? H is the size of the class interval. What is the size of the class interval? 3 to 5. So it's a class interval 5, 3 to 3, 4, 5. Okay, the class is 2. The size is 2. 5 minus 3, 2. Okay, what is the frequency of the modal class? F1. The frequency of the modal class is 8. Frequency of the class preceding the modal class, the previous one. What is the frequency of the preceding modal class? Is 7. And frequency of the succeeding class, succeeding is the next class. What is the frequency? It is 2. Now we should find the values. So 3 plus, let's put the values. F1. F1 is 8 minus F0. F0 is 7 divided by 2 times F1. 2 times F1 is 16 minus F0 is 7 minus F1 is 2, and multiplied by H. H is 2. So let's find out. It has become 3 plus 1 divided by, it is 16 minus 7, comes out to be 9. 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7, multiplied by 2. So 3 plus 2 by 7. It comes as 3 plus 2 by 7. This is the value. Let's compute it. It comes out to be 3.285. So this is the mode. So for finding mode, in case the question comes in exam, you have to just remember this formula. Just remember this formula. Okay, there is how this formula came into picture. You don't have to remember it. Okay, you don't have to remember how this formula came into existence. You have to only remember this formula. Just put the formula, get the answer. You should know what L stands for, what F1 stands for, F0 stands for. There could be a one marker question where they'll give you, say, F1. What is the value of F1 in this table? So you should be able to find out what is the value of F1. If you're not able to find out, then you goofed up, you lose on marks. So please remember the meaning, the understanding, what H stands for. What is the meaning of H? What is F1, F0, and F2 for modal? Now coming to median. The median, okay, it's a middle value. It's a middle value. And how to find it? Say if there are three numbers, say one is 5, 3, 8. These are three numbers. So first we arrange these three numbers in sequential order, and then we'll find the middle value. So we'll say 3, 5, 8. First we'll arrange them in ascending or descending order, and then we'll find the middle value. So this is comes out to be the middle value. Okay. Let's say one. So one number is 1, one number is 10, one number is 11. Now, what is the middle value? This is the middle value, which is called the median. Okay. So, but in this case, there were odd number of values. There could be even number of values. So let's say there's one number is 8, 7, 9, 5. Now, first we arrange them in ascending order. It's 5, 7, 8, 9. Now, there are two values which are coming in the middle. There are two values which are coming in the middle. In case even numbers are there are two values in the middle. So we'll take the average of 7 and 8. This 7 plus 8 divided by 2. This comes out to be 7.5. So mean comes out to be 7.5. And what does it mean? This means that there are 50% of the values are below the median and 50% of the values are above the median value of 7.5. Is that clear? So for any question on median, we need to find out, first of all, whether the values are, if they are even number of values or they are odd number of values, because that makes a lot of difference. Now, in this case, find the median of the following data, which gives the marks out of 50 obtained by 100 students in the test. So this 100 students in the test, what does it mean? It is even. 100 is even. Because it is even, we have to, there'll be two values in the middle. Okay, so that means we have to take n by let's say we have 50th value, n by second value, or the second value will be n by second plus 1. That is 50th value and 51st value. If we take them in series, then we have to take 50th value and the 51st value. Then we'll take the average of those. This is 50th value plus 51st value divided by 2. And that will be the median. That will be the median. Let's clear it up and see what is the data. So it says marks and the frequency. So there are total 100 students. Okay, so first we'll find the cumulative frequency. And why we are finding cumulative frequency? To arrange them in ascending or descending order. To arrange them in ascending or descending order. Now, when we have said 26, what does it mean? 26 means the numbers either equal to 25 or below. What does 50 means? Numbers 28 or below. That means 24 plus 20 plus 6. This is 20 plus 6. Okay, so we are adding these numbers. We are adding 6 to 20, it comes to 26. 20 to 24, it comes as 50. Then 24 to 28, it comes to 78. 28 to 15 comes as 93. 15 to 4 comes as 97. 4 to 2, it comes 99. And then 99 plus 1, that comes out to be 100. So we keep on adding these numbers to get the cumulative frequency. And the purpose of cumulative frequency is to find the middle value quickly. Find the middle value quickly. And now how we can find the middle value quickly from this? See, this is 6 values are covered, 26 values are covered. Now this comes as 50. This comes as 50. So that means the 50th value is here. Okay, the 50th value is here. Okay, the 51st value will lie in this one, because it is 51 value to 78th value is 28. Okay, because there are 28 values here. This the value is 29. So 51st value to 78th value is 29. It is 26th value to 50th value is 28. 6th value to 26th value is 25. Okay, and the first 6 values are 20. Okay, so I'll just clear it up. So first, we'll find the cumulative frequency. Now, after finding the cumulative frequency, then we'll find out what is this value. It's even or odd. So if n is odd, the median is the n plus 1 by 2th value. Okay, and if it is even, the median is average of n by half. This is 50, n by 2th value or n by 2th plus 1 term. Okay, now in this case, n is even. So n by 2th value is, what is this value? Is 50. Okay, this value, n by 2th value comes out to be 50. That is 50th value. That is 50th value. What is 50th value? We know 50th value is 28. 50th value is 28. And 51st value, 51st value, that is 50th plus 1, 50th value is 29. So this comes here, this is 29. So we know 50th value, we know 51st value, we'll just add them. So this is 28 plus 29 divided by 2, that comes out to be 28.5. So 28.5 comes as the median. So this is the normal way of doing it. This is not the group data as of now. So we'll have the group data, and there is a, like in model a class, in group data, we'll have the so the median comes out to be 28.5. But this is not the group data. Because it is not the group data, so we'll have group data, and then we have a specific formula to compute the median, as we had in the for modes. Okay, we saw some formula for mode. In the similar manner, we have a formula to compute median for group data. Okay, let's come to. Okay, so they wanted to convey that the 28.5, that means 50% of the values are below 28.5 and 50% of the values are above 28.5 mark. Okay, that is the meaning of median. So coming to median of group data. Okay, so consider a group frequency distribution of marks obtained out of 100 by 53 students. Now there are 53 students, okay, in a certain examination. And these are the marks. Now we can arrange these marks in ascending order or descending order. We can say that how many people got the marks less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, or we can say how many people got marks more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, more than 40. So we can compute in two different ways, either in the ascending manner or in the descending manner. Okay, there's a slight difference in both. We'll just come to that. Okay, this is less than 10. Less than 10 marks. So if you say less than 10, 0 to 10 marks, 5 people got. 5 people got. 10 to 20 marks, 8 people got. Okay, 20 to 30 marks, 12 people got. Okay, 12 people is like 5 plus 3 plus 4. So 5 plus 3 plus 4 comes out to be 12. Okay, so when it says 0 to 10 marks, 5 people. When it says 10 to 20, to 10 to 20 includes 5 plus 3. So that's why this value comes out to be 8. Now, 20 to 30 is computed in all three. Okay, when you say less than 30, so less than 30 is the sum of 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and 20 to 30. Similarly, less than 40 will include 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So this way we can compute the entire thing, and you can see the last number. It's a cumulative frequency. It's a cumulative frequency, and the last number comes out to be 53. That means the total number of students or total number of people were 53. Okay, so this way we did it in the less than format. As we create the table for less than marks, in the similar manner, we can create the table for more than marks like this. So when say more than or equal to 0, so everybody got marks more than 0. So it will cover all 53 resources. But when we say more than or equal to 10, when we say more than or equal to 10, that means the people who got marks 0 to 10 will not be covered in this. There are 5 people who will not be covered in this. What does that mean? That is equal to 53 minus 5. The 5 people will not be covered. Again, when you say more than or equal to 20, that means the people from 0 to 10 and 10 to 20 will also not be covered. So I can say the more than or equal to 10 was 48. I'll just say 48 minus the people who got 10 to 20 was 3. So 48 minus 3 comes as 45. So we can create a cumulative frequency chart in both the formats, either in the less than format or in the more than format. Okay, so now take an example to find the median of a group data using some example. Okay, this time we are going to use a group data. Like we computed the model class, in the similar manner, we need to find the median class of the group data. We need to find the median class. And how will you find the median class? First, we'll arrange the entire data in sequence. So after arranging the entire data in sequence, we are going to find the cumulative frequency. And with the cumulative frequency, we will be able to find that which value lies in the middle. So if there are even number of values, then we have to find the nth by 2th value, n by 2th value, and n by 2th plus 1 value, and we have to take the average of those. And in case they are odd number of values, in that case, we need to find the n plus 1 by 2 2th value. Okay, and that will be the median. So let's look at this example now. Okay, so we can see that the cumulative frequency total comes out to be 53. So when the total number is 53, okay, as we saw in the example, 53, this is odd or even? It's clearly odd. When it's odd, so the middle value will be 53 plus 1 divided by 2. So it comes as 54 divided by 2. That is 27th value. So we are looking for 27th value in the entire sheet. Okay. And where will we find the 27th value? See, 0 to 5th value comes here. 5th to 8th value comes here. 8th to 12th value comes here. 12th to 15th value comes here. 18th to 15th to 18th value comes here. 18th to 22nd value comes here. 22nd to 29th value comes here. So that means this class contains 27th value. Yes or no? So this class, we'll call it as the median class. This class, we'll call it as a median class. So first is the identification of the median class. Okay. After finding the cumulative frequency, we need to find the median class. And if we have identified the median class, then in the case of mode, there was a formula which is given. Here in this case of median, there's a formula which is given. It is L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. And there's a meaning for each. So let's hear it out. L is the lower limit of the median class. What is the lower limit of the median class? It comes out to be 60. Okay, so this value comes out to be the 60. Okay, lower limit of the median class. First, we have to identify the median class, and for the median class, we'll say what is the lower limit of the median class? This is 60. Number of observations. N is the number of observations. What is the total number of observations? 53 are the total number of observations. Cumulative frequency. The cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Preceding the median class. So what is preceding the median class? This is the cumulative frequency. So we'll consider 22 as the cumulative frequency. So this value comes out to be 22. Then F, frequency of the median class. What is the frequency of the median class? 29. So this value comes out to be 29. And H is the class size. Class size is 60 to 70. 60 to 70 means 70 minus 60. That comes out to be 10. Okay, now we have all the values. Now putting the values in this formula. See, you have to remember this formula. This formula you have to remember. Okay, I don't actually like to remember things. If we can do by logic, that's well and good. But in case we have to remember, we have to remember. So there's certain things you have to remember here. This is one of those. Just remember this formula. And then the median, we are putting the values. 60 plus 26.5 is 53 by 2. Okay, 26.5 comes as 53 divided by 2. So don't worry about why this number. And then all the other numbers are there. So CF is 22. CF is 22 divided by, where is 7 here? What is this? F. Oh, F is the frequency. F is the frequency, 7. Okay, we took a 29. This is incorrect. Okay, frequency of the median class. It is not the cumulative frequency. Frequency of the middle class is 7. My mistake. Frequency of the middle class is 7. Similarly, so after putting the values, we got the answer as 66.4. So we need to remember this formula. We need to remember this formula by heart. Okay, because one question will be for sure related to mode or median. Okay, one of the questions will come with the formula itself. If you remember the formula and you know what that implies, like we did some small mistake here, we just wrote it incorrectly. The frequency is the frequency. This is the frequency chart. This is not the cumulative frequency chart. So just we wrote it incorrectly. We can write these kind of things by mistake. Don't do these kind of mistakes. Okay. That is it about median. If you know the formula, you will be able to find directly. You don't have to worry about how the formula came, how exactly it is derived. Those kind of things are not part of your course. Please just omit that part. Okay. Remember the formula and get things done. Okay. Coming to next. Next is empirical formula. Okay. 1 mark question from empirical formula. This is something which comes generally. And what is the empirical formula? It is 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. Please remember this formula by heart. Okay. 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. I'm saying it so many times so that you remember it. Oh, okay. But one thing, what is the meaning of empirical? What is the meaning of empirical? The empirical means that it's verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic. So there is no theory or pure logic around it, but we have seen, this is an observation, that 3 times median comes out to be mode plus 2 times mean. Okay. So, okay, now we have questions. So till now we covered the entire concept. Okay, now we'll be doing a lot of questions, but that will be doing in the second part of the video. The videos become very long, so I don't want to continue the same video. We'll be doing that in the second part of the video. We'll be covering each and every question which is written in your NCERT to quickly master the statistics. And I want you, everyone who's watching this, to get full in statistics. So please go through our next video as well. Okay, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the video. Thank you. Happy learning.